G'day, it's FideMaster John Curtis, and tonight I'm going to look at one of my Twitch subscribers and chess.com friends' chess games. I'm talking about Bull116. He's got a rating of 779 and he's trying his heart out. As you can see in the front of the YouTube video, there's a photograph of Bull or Stephen Dorse, with his dog. What a cute little dog. Anyway, the dog in the photograph is saying that he can play better chess than Stephen. And frankly, Stephen, I wouldn't be surprised. So that's why you come to the FM Johnny Curtis Chess Channel, so that you can learn how to play. And so we're going to look at your game against Dttonio, as you requested today. And Dttonio is 776 rating, and he's from Germany. Our friend Bull116, Stevie Dorse, he's rated 771 and he's from the United States. So let's get into the game. Okay, we go into the analysis and we can see, D5 is a book move. So these two theoreticians, great players as they are, they're really going to tussle. You'll be surprised at what happens here. Okay, so this guy might have been, Stephen, he might have been, or Bull116, he might have been looking at the Gotham Chess Channel. And some of the other ones, like Eric Rosen, they're all talking about the English. And Bishop F4, and how to refute it. And how Yakamura came up with a different idea. Well, Stephen and his dog, I think, to be honest, I think Stephen's dog has been helping him. Knight C6. Anyway, the dog says he can play better chess than Stephen. Knight C6 by Dttonio. And Stephen replies with E3 and gets a star move. He must have been listening closely to the sensei's talk to his grasshoppers. I'm talking about myself, of course. Anyway, E5 is played. Oh, what a rapid idea for development. Dttonio is just going for it. Okay, he's just going for it. He's pushing the pawn up in the middle and developing both his bishops. He's already got a knight out on C6. Some of the chess principles that Dttonio is following here are absolutely excellent. Rapid development for a pawn sacrifice. I like it. Anyway, the engine says E5 is good. It says Knight F6 is better. Don't give up too much material. But let's see what happens with these two great players. Bishop takes pawn. Well, I would have taken with the pawn. However, the engine says I was right. D takes E5 is best, not giving up your bishop straight away, because the whole point of the English and putting your bishop on F4, Stephen, is so that you can keep it and exert pressure along these lines here. Okay, so now you give black the option of ripping your bishop off. Okay, let's see what he does. He takes it. Star move, Dttonio, you champion. The German champion Dttonio rips off his Stephen's bishop, and now recapture. Well, it's a star move. He got his piece back. The pawn takes, and he's still a pawn up. F5, well, I don't know, there must be something deep about this move, but it breaks some of the rules of chess, Stephen. This move breaks some of the rules of chess. You see, you put a pawn on a white square, or Dttonio does, blocking his own bishop. Not clever, if you ask me, and the engine did suggest C6, right? The engine suggested this move. Okay, so let's see what Stephen does. Well, he takes the pawn en passant. And the engine says it's a missed win. It says C4 is best. My goodness gracious, it's virtually saying that White's got a winning game if he plays C4. So Stephen's idea, well, like for a 776 player, at least he does get rid of his double pawns. He had two pawns on that file there. And now, bingo, he got rid of his double pawns. Knight takes, star move. Well done, Dttonio. I tell you what, the little Ellie would be happy with that one. knight C6, C3. Okay, so knight C3 is played, and the engine says the two up-and-coming players have got an equal position. You can see the bar on the side of the board. It's saying that the position is just about equal between these mighty combatants, Dttonio from Germany and Bull116 from the United States. Oh boy, here he comes. He's just throwing the kitchen sink at him. Look at this. He's throwing all the knives and forks and spoons and plates, and I can hear all the things crashing around the kitchen. He's playing G5. He's just going for it. I don't know what his plan is. Maybe he's going to put his rook behind his pawn. He's going to do something very deep. Knight F3. Okay, so Stephen says, well, I'm going to keep all my pawns intact like the FideMaster told me. So I've only got 2 sets of pawn islands, whereas my opponent's got 2 sets of pawn islands, but he's stuffed up his base pawn situation. There's a whole lot of white holes, including the F7 square, which I do say to my grasshoppers. I say, be careful, grasshoppers. Be very careful what you wish for if you open up your king F7 square. Okay, so G5 is played. It's a star move. Dttonio must be coming up with the latest theory. Now, do you think he might be using a chess engine here, folks? Dttonio, would he be using a chess engine? We'll soon find out. Knight to G5 by Bull116. Well, he's certainly not using a chess engine. And why isn't he using a chess engine? Well, pawn here traps the knight. Yes, pawn here, and the knight's got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. It's lost. So he's gone completely against what I've tried to teach him. Stephen. I tried to teach you. When your white army is behind this Maginot line here, right? That's where your army belongs until it's fully developed. Then you can go on an escapade or a scouting manoeuvre to try to touch up your opponent, with a bit of an uppercut here and a bit of a swing here. But not now, not when your bishop's not even out here and you haven't even castled or anything. And you're throwing over your knight, your horsey, into the opponent's territory. Well, pawn here will trap it and then you'll lose material. Let's see what Dttonio does. Okay, he pushes past. Oh, he's thinking deeply. No, he's not. He's just blundered. Double question mark, H6, my move is better. And now Stephen, fighting for the forces of goodliness and kindliness. He's a subscriber to my channel, FM John Curtis Chess, on Twitch. And he comes in here and he's trying hard to learn. So, E5, he says. E4, I should say. He's challenging the centre. Maybe he wants to hold his knight. He's got some bright plan to hold his knight with H4 or something. I don't know. But he's challenging the centre. He's going for it. Let's see what black does. Of course, well, black ignores the centre and threatens a horse and gets a star move. Is he using an engine? Is he using an engine? We don't know, but the ratings don't really reflect using an engine, do they? Okay, rightio. So he takes D5. Well, I'm amazed. Stephen decided not to protect his knight with H5. He decided to pinch a pawn. Anyway, maybe Stephen's thinking of something very deep. Oops! Damn! The horsey's gone. He's lost his horsey. Anyway, Dttonio's obviously in the using the old grab and snatch technique, like whoop. Anyway, let's see what happens. Stephen gets his bishop on C4. Really great. On C4, his bishop looks like a pawn. That's right. He's got a pawn on a white square here, and a pawn on a white square there, and a pawn on a white square there, and that one might as well be a pawn too. And he's lost his damn horse over there, so he's getting, at this stage, poor Steve is getting murdered. He's getting absolutely murdered by the mad German. So here we go. Oops, Dttonio. Dttonio's come up with a new idea. He's decided to weaken his white squares. That's right, he's weakening his white squares. There's holes all over the place. I'll show you. There's a hole there, and 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 another hole there. So there's holes all over the place. So Stephen Castles, he says, oh, the old Bull116. Hey, he's making a bullish move. Anyway, Queen to E7, brilliant. It's the only way you can lose the game, and he found it. Blake found the only way he can lose the game. He's pinching pieces, and now what does Stephen do? He's listening to the FideMaster, listening to his sensei, and the Grasshopper has grabbed the open file for the major piece. Yes, he's following the chess rules. At last, he's following the chess rules. And now, Bishop B7 by his opponent, and the bar on the side of the board says Stephen is killing him. Right, so white is on the ascendancy. Okay, so he grabs that queen. He says, ooh, he says, a rook is smaller than a queen. I think I'll do a Swarovski. Anyway, here we go. He takes back, best move. Of course, you've got to take the rook, so it's pretty obvious. Knight goes over here. He's going for a walk with his horsey. Now, last time he made a walk with his horsey, he made a walk over here with his horsey and he lost it. Well, let's hope Stephen doesn't lose his horsey again. Let's see what happens. He's got plenty of time. Stephen's got no excuse here either, folks. He's got no excuse. Okay, C6 is played. And what Black's doing is he's neglecting his back rank. He should be trying to get his heavy pieces in here, like rook here or something like that. Or it's not a bad move what he played. The engine says it's a mistake, but if Stephen leaves the horse there, well then it's a brilliancy, isn't it? Okay, rightio. So knight C7. Well, pawn takes pawn was much better and logical too. If you material up, you should try to scale down so that your major material becomes more obvious in the position. Okay, so rook C8's played. Rook on the A file to C8. And that's an inaccuracy according to the engine, and it hasn't helped Dttonio too much. Anyway, D6 was a better move with check, but Stephen has found, he's found this Queen E1 check. King F7, another check. Stephen likes check. The king goes up. Best move, star move. Stephen says, oh, I like check. And he goes for another check. And then the king goes back. Well, it should go to H6 and hopefully just try to belt the queen around with the two rooks. But no, obviously our friend here, he wants to get more checks. Anyway, Dttonio moves king H6 this time. He goes to the right square. And Stephen goes, pawn takes pawn. He says, watch out for your bishop. Bishop alert, bishop alert. Anyway, he didn't give the alert sound. I can't hear it. I can't see it on the game. Anyway, what does he do? He takes the pawn. Knight goes over there. Oops! There's a big check threatened there. Checkmate alert. Checkmate alert. Stephen's threatening checkmate. Or is the dog threatening checkmate? I reckon his dog might have came up with that. Stephen would be sitting back, have his dog in one arm and his mouse in the other, and the dog would be going, woof, 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 woof. Steve would say, what do you mean? What do you mean, knight to E6? And the dog would go, woof, woof, woof. And Stephen would be saying, oh, all right, I'll put my knight on E6, just as you say. And the dog would go, woof, woof, woof. Anyway, and then knight to G8, he decided to, he's only got a few pieces, but he decided to put another one on the back ranks. He's sending all these pieces home. Well, he might as well do that because Stephen's just given him checkmate. What a masterpiece. Oh, I'm so proud of my grasshoppers. I'm so proud of my grasshoppers. But you know what? One thing, Steve, the dog's got to subscribe. So don't forget, if you like this video, it's pretty simple, but it's just honouring one of my favourite subscribers, Stephen, and his dog. Okay, so please thumbs up if you like the video, or perhaps you too might want to come on to Twitch Live, join me, subscribe, and maybe even have your games featured on my channel as well. So thank you for now. I'm going to stop recording, and God bless you all.